Yo, what is going on, guys? Jordy back with another T3 video, and we got a pretty spicy one for you guys today. We were just given some information in the Discord, all the arena creators, that we are getting a September 8th update. And on September 8th, we're getting some pretty sweet stuff coming to the game. So I'm going to go over the list of the update we got because we were told we can make it public. And it's got some pretty interesting stuff on here. So let's jump into it. I'm going to tell you guys all the things that we were given. We were given 6 different topics that we were getting on September 8th. And I'll have some gameplay in the background and whatnot, so you guys are a little more entertaining than just watching me sit here reading a list. Okay, so the first thing on the list, this one's pretty awesome. We're getting a new hero on September 8th. We don't have any sort of confirmation of character name or looks or anything. The only thing we have confirmation of is that he is going to be a male tank hero, and he's going to be the first legendary hero. That's the only thing we were given, but we are getting a new tank. Right now we have Jabali and Victor in the game, and technically speaking Ruby, if you want to count Ruby as a tank, because she does have the shield and has a lot of survivability. So it's pretty awesome that we're getting another tank character. I don't know if they're going to be better or worse. I know they teased a couple of things on Twitter earlier this week, so if you guys aren't following the official T3 Twitter, make sure you guys go do that. They give a lot of different hints and stuff like that. A new tank character is going to be pretty awesome. It just gives more diversity to teams, and they'll probably work really well with the healers, such as Chemist and Iris, just kind of like how Iris and Jabali work really well together. I'm interested to see what they do, because a tank normally is up close and personal, and so normally that means shotgun, or I guess SMG, and we already have Victor, who has a shotgun, and Jabali has like a laser beam cannon thing. So I'm excited to see how that plays out as being a new tank character, and seeing what kind of weapons they're going to have and whatnot, and also the looks. I just want to know what it looks like, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Next on the list, we have the new MVP system. Actually teased this in one of their more recent update videos where they did a Q&A, and they kind of talked about the MVP system a little bit. There's a couple of screenshots on the screen right now for you, but the MVP system is going to be pretty awesome. They're going to have a bunch of different ways to check different players' profiles, so such as like giving the MVP to a player at the end of a match, or the SVP. You can also view different things in the character or in like player MVP systems, and it goes even further because of number 3 on the list, which is the new career overview system, which is going to allow the MVP. It's going to tie in with the MVP system, where you're going to be able to view someone's careers, and it's going to show how many times they've been MVP, or how many kills they have, how many wins, how many victories, losses, the most played heroes. We were teased this in the other video as well, and it's just going to kind of add a more competitive aspect to the game, where you can view someone's career path. You view, what they've played, who they've played, what is their most preferred game type, how many wins do they have, how many losses. You're going to get more out of viewing someone's profile than just, oh, this person has this many trophies in the game, they must be good. I think they tie together number 2 and 3 on the list of the MVP system and the career paths, or the career overview system. I think that's really interesting that they're going to bring it to the game, and it's going to be a really cool way to kind of view other players' profiles and get a better idea of like who that person is. You can view a ton of really cool things in here, such as how many players they have, how many skins they have, different things in their collections, trophies they've earned. You can even see like their name, their most frequently used characters, what their actual player card looks like. You can add them as a friend right then and there. It's going to be a really interesting system that you can just kind of click through and get a bunch of different information. And so I'm actually really excited for this. I know a lot of other like arena shooters do stuff like this, so I'm really excited for this change. The next change, it says new chat/social features. So I'm imagining this is going to be some sort of like global chat. I don't think we have anything in the game right now that is some sort of like giant, I can talk to anyone in the world. So it might be maybe either global chat or local chat, or something along the lines of different ways to chat with people, or maybe even adding more characters into chatting with someone, or just allowed to be like typing more. There's a bunch of different ways that they can go about this. It's pretty broad. New chat and social features. I don't know exactly what that means, but It is really cool that they're bringing more social aspects into the game. They want to make it more user friendly to make friends and be able to jump in games and actually have that squad to go into. And I really like this because of the fact that they tease that we're going to get 5v5s. It's going to be easier for you to make friends for when 5v5 comes out. We don't know when that's gonna come to the game, but it's not in this update, at least as what I can see. It's not in this update. So when 5v5 does come out, and having more social features in the game makes it easier to make friends, which you can then invite those friends and then kind of go from there and do your 5v5 game modes. I think this is a really good feature, and it's a really good opportunity to get this in the game early before the 5v5s come. So I think this is a really good change. New chat and social features. It's always a better thing to just have more features for people to find friends and play with people. So number 5 on the list is balancing changes to 6 characters, 3 of which we already know, being Johnny Jet, Labula, and Chemist. So this is pretty big. We are going to have 6 changes to 6 different characters. We don't know 3 of them. They didn't even disclose that to us. So I'm not exactly sure who the other 3 characters are going to be, but it looks like we're going to be getting some balancing changes. They didn't necessarily say buffs or nerfs, so we don't know. But Johnny Jet, Labula, and Chemist are getting some changes. I think they're going to be buffs. I'm not exactly sure, but I would imagine Johnny Jet's going to get a buff. Johnny Jet is one of those characters that if you get him early on in the game, or if you get him and you're a newer player, he's really hard to play. Not a lot of people, like, you have to spend time with him in order to understand him. So some of the OG players that have Johnny Jet and they've had him for a long time and they play him a lot and they learn how he plays, Johnny Jet is insane. Johnny Jet is a crazy character. But if you don't really know what you're doing, he kind of needs that like beginner buff. Like, give him a buff so the beginners that do get him out of boxes actually can still get wins and stuff. Because ultimately, you know, everyone starts somewhere. Everyone's a beginner at some point. And, you know, with the potential influx of players that we're going to get with going into the Google Play Store, and the potential influx of players getting Johnny Jet and trying him for the first time and then not liking him because he's not very good until you learn him, they're just going to be like, well, this is stupid. And it's just it's one of those, like, rubs you the wrong way kind of things. And it could potentially make people not want to play the game. So making it easier for harder to play players, are harder to play characters, making them easier to play for a beginner when we are going to get an influx of people playing the game, is just all around a good thing. It's going to make playing those against those Johnny Jets a little more frustrating, but I think it's a good change for Johnny. It's also kind of the same thing with Labula. Labula has not as high of a skill gap as Johnny Jet, but it's still, Labula kind of needed some love. You can be absolutely nuts if you know what you're doing with Labula, but I still think it's one of those, it needs to be a little easier for newer players to understand how to play the game and use the character and still be able to do damage and get wins and actually like playing someone other than just the starting skatey. And then with Chemist, we actually got a big buff with Chemist in Season 2 when Season 2 started, and Chemist arguably became the best healer in the game as opposed to Iris. I don't know if this is going to be a buff or a nerf, but if it is a buff, Chemist is going to get even crazier. Chemist is already nuts, but giving her another buff could be scary. But we'll see what happens. And if they revert her back to how she was, we'll just fall back onto Iris. But I really like where Chemist is right now. She's not too overpowered. She has like that burst healing. She is really good, and I actually really like playing Chemist. She's actually becoming one of my most played characters. So I don't know what they're going to do with her. I hope they keep her good. I hope they keep her the better healer in, you know, argument's sake, but we'll see what happens with that. So, and finally, for number 6 on the list, we're getting new skins, and it says including some highly demanded ones like Ruby. So we're finally getting a Ruby skin. I don't know what else other skins are going to come to the game. I'd imagine they're going to maybe do a Judix skin, maybe a Diggy skin. I'm not really 100% sure. I know there was some skins kind of leaked and went around of the Ruby skin and of a new Judix skin. There could be a lot of skins coming. We don't know. It doesn't give us any sort of number, but it's going to be interesting to see new skins added to the game. My shop is getting a little stale, seeing just the same skins over and over and not wanting to purchase any of them because I don't play any of those characters, or I just don't like any of the skins. So I'm glad that they're adding more skins into the game. to make it more diverse. And, you know, whenever you see a Ruby, you automatically know that that's what she's going to look like. I like the fact that they're giving Ruby a skin. Of course, same thing with Judix. I like the fact that they're potentially going to give Judix a skin. I know it was leaked, but I just think it will look better in the game. It'll be more personalized, and everyone loves skins. Everyone loves skins in like Overwatch and any sort of arena shooter. So adding more skins to the game is definitely a really good thing. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a really cool one. So, all right, guys, that's all the information that we got as the arena creators today. We were told we were allowed to share this publicly, so it's going to be some cool stuff. We got some cool changes coming. If you guys want to see any of this gameplay live, you guys can come follow me on Twitch. All the links are down in the description. Also join the Discord where I posted this actual news in Discord earlier this morning. So you guys can see kind of some behind the scenes exclusive stuff from an arena creator. So do all the links, check all the things in the description, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of the September 8th update that is coming soon. I'm super excited. We got a lot of cool things coming to the game. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more T3 news. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.